Hi, and welcome back. Now that we have a basic understanding of what concepts are, we need to think about how we employ concepts. And concepts are useful to us for building theories. So today we're going to talk about theories. To start off with, here's a brief overview. We're going to talk about what a theory is. We're going to look at the difference between inductive and deductive theory building. We're going to look at the four stages of theory building, the five criteria for evaluating theories, and the three functions of theories. So let's get started. All right, so what is a theory? Theories tie concepts together by stating relationships between them. These statements are called propositions if they've been derived at deductively, and empirical generalizations if they've been arrived at inductively. Theories establish expectations for research. Theories provide sets of reasons why facts should be connected in given ways. Therefore, theories make facts useful by providing us with a framework for interpreting them and for seeing the relationships to one another. They both simplify the world and they guide us in testing their accuracy. Good theories will clearly specify the assumptions made from which the logic of their expressed relationships are derived. A theory consists of a set of propositions or empirical generalizations that are all logically related to one another. A theory explains political phenomenon by showing that they're logically implied by the propositions or the generalizations that constitute the theory. So let's look at this difference between inductive and deductive theory building. In the inductive model, we're working from the ground up. We start with a set of observations, and then we search for recurring regularities in the way that phenomena are related to one another. So the logic of induction might work like this, where you've observed many ants, and your observation of many ants were that these ants are all small. So therefore, you have a prediction that probably all the ants are small. The deductive theory works in the opposite direction. It works from a set of axioms, develops propositions, and these propositions become testable hypotheses. The logic of deduction works from the axiom down to what you can actually observe. And the classic example from philosophical logic is that all men are mortal, right? That's a general proposition. You make the observation that Socrates is a man, and therefore you make the claim that Socrates is mortal. So your first premise states that all objects classified as men have the attribute mortal. The second premise states that Socrates is a man, and therefore as a member of the set men, you can conclude that Socrates must be mortal because he inherits this attribute from his classification as a man. All right, so our four stages of theory building work like this, where we work from observations to develop a set of assumptions. We use induction to translate what we have observed or how we've identified our research problem into a set of assumptions. And then we employ deduction to derive a set of predictions. We're going to test these predictions against new and systematically collected observations and then revise our assumptions to make them consistent with our observations. So when we evaluate our theories, we're going to work from simplicity, internal consistency, testability, communicable, and generality. These are the five criteria by which we're going to evaluate the quality of our theories. So simplicity or parsimony is the idea that a simple theory has the highest degree of falsifiability because there's fewer restrictions on the conditions under which we expect our theory to hold. The internal consistency or logical soundness suggests that it should not be possible to derive contradictory implications from the same theory. Testability implies that we should be able to derive expectations about reality that are concrete and specific enough for us to be able to make observations and determine whether the expectations are in fact supported. We need our theories to be communicable. Can other properly trained people understand our theory in ways that allow them to use it to explain events and test hypotheses derived from our theory? And finally, we want our theory to have a high degree of generality. Our theory should allow us to explain a variety of political phenomena across time and space, not just isolated to the particular observations we've made. So, the three functions that we're going to use our theories for are explanation, organization of knowledge, and the derivation of new hypotheses. By explanation, our theory should be able to explain political phenomena by showing how and why they're related to other phenomena. They should allow us to organize our knowledge in the following way. Our theory should be able to explain phenomena that cannot be explained by existing generalizations and show that these generalizations are all logically implied by our theory. They should allow us also to derive new hypotheses. Our theory should enable us to predict phenomena beyond those that motivated the creation of our theory itself. All right, great job. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to work from the concepts that we use to build theories, and we're going to operationalize those concepts and work towards variables. Variables are things that we can actually observe. And when we look at the relationship between variables through tests of hypotheses, we're going to test the propositions that link our concepts together in our theories, and therefore tests of hypotheses will become tests of theories. Great job. We'll see you soon.